Routines. As much it's easy to break them as hard it is to follow them. And I'm mainly talking about productive routines. It's so easy to get back home from work and do absolutely nothing. It's easy to keep your space messy, to sleep through the weekend that you've been waiting for, to get your life together, to throw the dishes in the sink, to not take care of yourself. But it's so hard to get back home, change your clothes, without binging on a pack of chips or 2 bars of chocolate that is almost 400 calories, and have a healthy, balanced meal. It's so hard to have daily workouts, to finish your work on time before it's bedtime. It's so hard to zone out from your work life and have some quality time with your parents. It's so hard to run your errands and use public transportation. It's so hard to keep your connection with the one who matters the most, whether it's by praying or reading the holy book. It's so easy to break your routine if you didn't follow one step of it, to lose the motive of what you're doing. That's why it's important to reset, to get back on track. It's not easy, and you may have lots of failed attempts, but you keep trying, because you know you need it.
I don't always think about you, but sometimes I do, 'cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to on First Avenue, 'cause sometimes I don't even know where I'm going at first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn, back to the surface, the feeling of all that we were. I don't always think about you till First Avenue, that's when I do. Think about you, but sometimes I do, 'cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to on First Avenue. Sometimes I don't even know where I'm going at first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn, back to the surface, the feeling of all that we were. I don't always think about you till First Avenue, that's when I do.
As much as routines can be really boring sometimes, they can be really helpful. A routine teaches you discipline, time management, and it can also teach you where to spend your energy, how to control your feelings, and how to be on top of your game. Negative energy can really affect your commitment. You know, when you have a rough day or you go through an unnecessary altercation with someone, that can truly affect your mood. That's when you'll go through the phase that we all know, the epic phase. During that phase, it's really hard to stick to something. It's really hard to see the value or the goal of that routine. It's really hard to see through things when you're going through a bad time. But what is really important is to go back on track and to not let those hard times control you. Don't give yourself up to your demons. They can take you to dark places where you can't be yourself anymore. Hard times are inevitable, but you always need to pick yourself up.
feels like summer, but it's soaked in nostalgia slowly. All the leaves, they're turning brown, 'cause it still feels like summer, and I simply don't wanna sit there cold wind sleep back in our town. 'Cause we lived when it was all bare feet, dead skin glistening beneath the heat, evening swirling to a bird song beat, but it's now so very bittersweet. So I guess I'll just put on my favorite sweater and say goodbye to summer. Goodbye to summer. If life is an ocean, I'll spend just put on my favorite sweater and say goodbye to summer.